originally from Afghanistan, so I traveled from Afghanistan to Pakistan. That's how I came to Australia. We moved here just with a couple of my siblings, so I didn't, obviously my father passed away when I was only 3 years old, but my mom, was not able to come here with us. It was just, us siblings, 3 of us sisters and one of my brother was here. Hill supported me in the ways that, just getting the confidence and just like being part of everything. Like, you don't have to be perfect, you don't need to know anything, and as you just see, you get exposed to all those wonderful colors, and I just you get to blend in. It gave me the confidence, to sit with confidence, put your thoughts into the table, regardless of where you're from, what you do, whether or not you are able to speak as well as someone else, on the other side of the table. So, it just impacted me and to be able to, build my confidence and build connection that would last for years. I think for me, Hill was more of a place of escape, if that makes sense. Because inside the classroom, there was so much pressure that, that I'm not able to speak correctly, I'm not able to, pronounce the words that the teacher is, calling you, telling you that this is what you need to do. So coming to, just the inside here, it was just all the colors, the art, the sand that you play with, and you express yourself with just different ways. You don't need a language to express yourself, it was just more than that. So yeah, it's just the emotions, the feelings that was speaking itself, not so much the language. It's just more of a welcoming place for you, and you just get to learn so many things in a different way. You almost eventually pick the language yourself because you're just so much involved into this, and you're enjoying while doing it. You don't feel the pressure. You don't feel the push that, oh, you must need to do this by this time, otherwise, you will be staying behind. So, yeah. Definitely, the more, the short way to say this is because now I have a 19-month-old child, so I do art with her now. So we have some colors, some pens that, I try to draw, and because if I wouldn't have been exposed to it, now I wouldn't have teach that to my child. So definitely, now I'm putting, transferring that learning or that, that experience that I have into my, next generation, if that makes sense. So Hill is really good for young people. In lots of ways. Just from my own perspective or my own experience, is that Hill, what it involves is more of a, it's educational, it's fun, it's inspiring, just seeing because there are colors, through that there's not just colors, there are stories behind it. It's makes you express the pain, the emotions that you may have had from the past, but just you draw it with different colors that wipes away from from your heart or from your brain, that you start to focus into the positivity of it, towards the colorful side of it, rather than just keep on focusing into the painful side. And just in general, I don't think every individual is exposed to all those wonderful colors. For me, before I was coming, I think about just 16 when I come to the country. Before that, I didn't have the chance to play with colors. So it was here that when I started to play with colors, So I think exposing young people into these wonderful colors is a must. It's fun, definitely educational, and self-care. It teaches you to how to take care of yourself.